Welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Jewell, and in today's video, we are going to look at how you can choose the right listing agent for your current home. So on this channel, we talk a lot about moving to East Tennessee. We talk a lot about the Knoxville area, and I even talk a lot about things that I think you should be doing as a potential buyer and someone who is relocating. But what we haven't talked much about is really one of the most important things you're going to do, and that is pick a listing agent for your current home. It is a huge decision, and it is a very, very important decision. And that's what this video is about. So to begin with, we just need to start with the basics. Just like when I've told you need to interview buyer's agents, you need to do the same with listing agents. Now, here's the danger in having someone list your home. Same thing as a buyer's agent, but you're moving out of town, most of you are. So you don't have to worry about having a friend, say in Knoxville, that's in the business that you feel pressured to get to show you homes and be your buyer's agent. Don't feel pressured about hiring a listing agent just because you know someone in the business, just because someone's in the family, or just because someone recommended them. This is one of the very most important decisions you're going to make. Why? Because this is usually the money that's going to be used to purchase your new lifestyle in your new location. And if you choose the wrong agent, not only will it cost you money, it could cost you time, it could cost you the home you want in your new location, it could cost you a tremendous amount. So make sure you take this very seriously. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with some basic questions. Are you a full-time agent? Is this where you make your living and how you feed your family? If they're part-time, automatic no. We're not looking for part-time players. This is a big decision. We need someone who is all in all the time. Number two, how many homes did you sell last year? How many homes do you have pending this year, and how many homes have you closed this year? How many homes do you actively have listed currently? What's the average number of days or the median number of days that your listings stay on the market? How does that compare to the market? Those are just all good questions that a good listing agent should know the answers to and should easily be able to answer. Now, notice that I ask about current listings, sold listings, and those kinds of things. I did that for a reason, and you want to do that for a reason. Once they say, oh, absolutely, I've got a half a dozen listings currently, or I've had 6 closings this year, whatever they say. The next thing you want to do is say, great, can you share some of those addresses with me? I'd love to look them up, because just like when we train our listing agents, I would tell you the same thing. The best indicator of what a listing agent is going to do for you is what they've been doing for other people. So no matter if they come in, they promise you the greatest social media marketing, the greatest pictures, the greatest videos, the greatest all these things in the world, go look and see what they did for the last 3 clients and when they closed. Did they use professional photography? Was it really professional photography? Was it really good? Did they do social media marketing? What's the star of the show? Is it the house that is trying to be sold, or is it the agent? Because here's one of the things I'm seeing really become a problem, in my opinion. It's an old broker in the market today. I see so many agents that make vanity posts, I call them. What is a vanity post? A vanity post is a post where they use your house to go online and get views for themselves. They want to be the center of the show. So they do a listing video, but the reality of it is the attention is always on them. A little bit on the home, a lot on them. That is not your agent. What sells homes is your home and the marketing of that home to a potential buyer. And a potential buyer needs to see your home if they're going to buy your home. And they also need to see that in the absolute best light. So getting some listings, understanding how long they've been in the business. Are they new to the business? I'm telling you right now, if they've been in the business less than 2 years, you really have to drill down deep to make sure they're qualified to list your home, which is usually someone's largest financial asset. If they are new to the business, 2 to 3 years, you need to find out, did they work on a team to begin with? Are they on a team now? Have they been under someone who's experienced? In case you want to have a conversation with that person, or maybe now they're on their own, but at least they were underneath that, a really experienced agent. Ask who it was. You can see what kind of job they do, and they'll tell you a lot about their training. Another question you're going to want to ask them is, do they work on a team? As I said earlier, as it relates to experience, yes, but also, are they on a team? Do they lead a team? A lot of times the person that reaches out to you or that you reach out to is the person on the billboard, the person you see a lot, the person who looks like they sell a lot of homes. And what you see is that they have a team. Nothing wrong with them having a team. They have to have help a lot of times. But the question is, who am I going to be working with? Am I going to hire you based on your expertise, and then am I going to get passed off to a team member only to see you maybe never again? Am I going to have direct contact with you whenever I need to if I have questions or concerns? Do you have a plan just in case the house doesn't get the viewings that we expect it to get? Those are questions for the team leader, and you're going to need access to that person if that's who you're trusting to actually list your home. So the second thing you need to do is discuss with them fees. What's it going to cost me to sell my home, right? If you choose the 1% flat rate person, you're going to get about 1% of the effort. Simple as it gets. You kind of get what you pay for, right? And so you want to make sure that you're getting a qualified person. That being said, that doesn't mean everyone who charges, let's say 3% to list your home versus 1% that you're getting 3% on. You may run into a listing agent who charges 4%. That may be the best deal that you can get. The reality of it is, it's all about what you're getting in return for that money, right? You don't want to worry about the difference between 1, 2, and 3% if it costs you 5 to 7% in the net sale of your home. Now let's talk about the people who you do want to interview, the people who are charging a little more to sell your home. And what do you get for the money? So here's some basics you should always get. People shop virtually. People shop online. That means they're looking at pictures. They're shopping visually. Very, very important. So what is the beginning point of that? Quality pictures. The listing agent should hire a professional architectural photographer, and they should pay for them. That's the reason you pay them more, because they do have more expenses. Earlier when I told you to look at their past listings, this is a great place to see that. Compare it to some of the better listings you see out there. Make sure that you're choosing an agent who their listings all look great and they're presenting the best light possible. That starts with great professional photography. The second thing is, are they going to do video? The reality of it is, in today's world, a video walkthrough can almost be a must. It's a different perspective than just a house. It literally can be as edited usually as a picture, so it gives a little bit better a lot of times representation actually of the home, of scale, of size, those kind of things. So are they doing that? And you want your potential buyers to actually be attracted to your real home. You want to put it in its best light, but you want to keep that realistic. So a good video, because video can be put in other places. Do they have a social media presence that they could put your home out to in video and share that with potential buyers? The next thing you want to know when you're talking about what you're paying for, other than tangibles like pictures and videos and all those things, what kind of experience do you have when you're talking to your listing agent? Do they have experience in marketing and sales? Because at the end of the day, when they list your home, this is all about marketing and sales. A quality agent doesn't sell your home. They go out and sell it to someone. They create a demand for your home. Here's how that's done properly. One good question to ask a listing agent: who's going to buy my home? Can you describe to me the buyer who should be attracted to my home? There may be more than one. If you're in an area and you're zoned for the best schools in that part of the state, there's a lot of parks there. It's very kid-friendly. One would make the assumption that the people who are going to be most attracted to this home are probably going to be, and will pay a premium for it, are going to be the people with school-aged children, right? So describe that person. When I look through a listing, and I look at the pictures, and I look at the video, and I look at the description, here's what I see: general. The description should be written to the people, directly speaking to the people who you know are going to buy your home, because every piece of marketing needs to be geared to that person, right? I'll give you another example. I see this one a lot. Let's say we've got a home that's 45 minutes outside of Knoxville. Okay, maybe it's 45 minutes from the shopping and dining of Turkey Creek. In our area, that's a long ways, okay? And I'll see the listing agent try to say that the home's only 30 to 45 minutes away from all the amenities of West Knoxville, instead of saying the home is 30 to 45 minutes outside of suburban congestion of West Knoxville. You still have access, but you're 30 to 45 minutes out of that in a nice rural area, and market that home to the people who are looking to be out. They don't really care as much about the West Knoxville area. But what happens is the listing agent looks at it from their perspective and says it's only 30 to 45 minutes outside of this, when the person who's really going to buy that home is saying, I want to be at least 30 to 45 minutes outside of that. And yeah, maybe that's only 2 out of 10 buyers, but that's the buyer that's going to pay the most for the property, pay a premium for it because they want to be out in a nice area like this home would be in. So that's just another example, but you're looking for a listing agent who has the expertise background in marketing, understands sales, and they understand how to feature your home in such a way that it's very attractive to the people who are actually going to want a home in that area like your home. So choose wisely, use all the things I told you in this video, and make sure that you are selective and you pick a listing agent for the right reasons. If you're someone who needs any help in that, we actually have a program that we will help you interview those agents, give you 2 or 3 to choose from that you can then interview, but they've passed kind of the test with us to make sure that they work for you and that they're going to, check all these boxes and we feel very comfortable with them for you. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, put those below. Give us a thumbs up if you found this helpful. You guys, I absolutely can't wait to see you right here around Knoxville soon.